Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's Friday 15, which happens every Friday at 12 p.m. Central Time, where we answer your industry questions. I'm Maureen Borsey, and I'll be hosting this week's episode. I don't know about you guys, but for some reason, those 4-day work weeks seem to be a heck of a lot longer than a 5-day work week. But I hope everybody had a great Labor Day weekend. So our first question comes from Jenny Plenty. My apologies for posting on Facebook so often lately, but I'm at the finish line and these last minute questions keep popping up. What exactly is a GDS and do I need it for ticketing? My host finalists differ in that way also. One has a yes in the column on my spreadsheet and the other has a no, but I don't even know what that is, LOL. So such a great question, Jenny. And we do appreciate you sticking with the 7-day setup challenge. We know that there's a lot of information and it can seem overwhelming at times, but by the time you finish it, you're going to be so glad that you did. And you're so close to the finish line, so stick with it. And we do appreciate you taking the time to take it. So you're wondering, what is a GDS? So really good question. So basically a GDS, or a global distribution system, is what agents use to book airline tickets, hotels, cars, and other suppliers. So there are 4 large GDS out there, which are Amadeus, Sabre, Travelport, which is a parent company of Apollo and Galileo, and WorldSpan. The GDS allows for hundreds of airlines inventory to be accessible to agents booking flights for their clients. This allows airlines not only not to have to market to individual consumers, but their product is in the hands of thousands of consumers through a pool of agents that book through a GDS. The advantage of agents using a GDS is that it allows you to see multiple airline fares. Plus, you can see who the carrier is, the times available, the cost, the class of seat, airline type, and so much more. So the GDS is a great tool for agents that book a high volume of flights. So I know in this day and age, it seems kind of odd that, you wouldn't think that agents are booking a lot of airfare, but I know my experience working with host agencies, there are agents out there that are literally booking $1 million in airline tickets every single year. So there are ones that do book a lot of high volume flights out there. So what I'm going to do is we have 2 really great podcasts from our travel agent chatter about the GDS that I think you might find helpful. So I'm going to go ahead and put those links in the comments for you. So your next question is, do you need a GDS? So to book in a GDS, you must have an IATAN or an IATA accreditation number, in addition to the ARC accreditation number if you're located in the United States. So as a new agent, you can't get these accreditation numbers because they require lots of experience. It also requires a lot of training to use a GDS, and many hosts don't offer that particular training. Good news is, being new to the industry, you can use your host agency accreditation number. So if you were a corporate agent, you are going to be booking tons of air. So they do require you to be booking through a GDS. Booking complex tickets such as round the world tickets would also require a GDS. And then once again, if you're booking a high volume of air only travel. So most leisure agents, which I believe that's the direction you are going, is you do not need a GDS, as most vacation packages do offer an option to book the air through the supplier, such as a cruise line, river cruise company, tour operators. So it's almost like a one-stop shopping. You can do everything there, from insurance, airline tickets, and booking your cruise package. And if you are hosted, you can also use their air consolidators to sell international airfares as well. So real quick, I'm going to do a screen share here real quick. Just wanted to show you where to find on our page. So when you are looking at host agencies, I'm just going to randomly pick a host agency. So when you go onto our page and you click on a host, so you can see right here. So Voya list right here is the GDS that says that it is not offered. So let's go back, and I'm just going to pick another host so that you can kind of see where we do have where you can also see if they do offer a GDS and what requirements they do have. So let's just take a look here. Let's see. So NextGen right here, GDS does say Amadeus, Apollo, Sabre. So just so you kind of have an idea, this is what GDS system that they do have available to you as an agent. So I hope that kind of helps you out a little bit. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay. All right. So just so you know, your host also has online booking engines available for you to use to book air, such as Revelx, which are easy to use, and they do link to the host GDS systems as well. So some hosts might also have a ticketing desk service that you can book flights through. So make sure to check with your host to see if they have that option available for you. And as I mentioned earlier, you can also book directly through the airlines or with suppliers. And then the other option too is you can also ask your clients to book their air reservations only as well. So I hope that kind of helps answer your questions about what a GDS is. Do you need it? And so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make sure that we put some links in the comments for you on what a GDS is. So good luck to you, Jenny. And once again, thank you for sticking with it. And we wish you the best of luck in your next steps once your agency is established. So good luck to you. So our second question comes from Kara. Thanks so much for all the info. I have a couple of questions hoping you can help. Do you have to have an accreditation in the beginning to build my tour company? I'm not going to be a regular travel agent. I am going to sell pre-packaged tours for families. As long as I have my SOT license, do I need an accreditation? It would be nice, but starting out, do I need it? I already have hotels, vendors, etc. that I'm working with and would charge my clients a price for the whole package. Thanks so much. So Kara, thanks so much for your question. And you know what? You are already off to such a great start because you know what you want to do. You have your seller travels license. So great start. So I just kind of wanted to make sure that we give you a little bit of information on how to launch your business the right way, especially because yours is so different from a traditional travel agency model. So, I mean, you really have a unique business model being that you know you want to be a tour operator versus being a travel agent or an agency. So we just want to make sure that you have some of the tools that you need to build your business up correctly. So, and I'm not sure if you are hosted or with a consortium, but maybe those are options you should look at somewhere down the line because there are benefits to both as well. So, you know, just make sure that you have a sales and business growth plan in place. This is going to be your roadmap to success. Know what goals you want to achieve. You know, start small. Start like, what do you want to achieve in the first year, the second year, the third year, and your business is going to grow from there. So, you know what? Building relationships and networking, this is so important to your success as well. So, and establishing strong vendor and supplier relationships, especially being that you are going to be a tour operator, that is going to be so important for you. And I know you had mentioned that you already have contacts and you have hotels and vendors that you are already working with. So that is so great. You are already ahead of the game in that scenario. So, and then, you know what, next step is going to be building that customer loyalty with your clients. I know that you are going to be focusing on family vacations. So keep that in mind is, you know, it's all about that repeat customer. And, you know, one family leads to another family. So at some point, this could also lead into some type of like even group business for you too. So keep that in mind. And then, of course, as everybody knows, you know what, you always remember that person that gave you that outstanding customer service. So that's always important at the end of the day as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a link in the comments for you on an article on how to launch your business the right way. And I hope that you find that that to be helpful for you. So half the battle for agents or getting started in the industry is knowing what you want to sell or what your niche is going to be, and who you want to sell and who you want to work with. So I know that you had mentioned you want to focus on pre-packaged tours to families and that you've already established relationships with vendors, which is so great. So, you know, things to kind of consider is, did you know that most of those suppliers probably offer a specialist program? So when you are looking at, you know, not following the traditional path, maybe take a look at, you know, becoming a specialist. So if you were selling, like, let's say you're selling pre-packaged tours to Europe, check with that land supplier. They probably have a specialist program that you can take, and they're free. They don't take very long. I mean, usually you can do those in a couple hours and then become a specialist in their product. Also, become a hotel specialist. Being that you are going to be packaging, you know, your tours together like that, getting a specialist with a hotel figure out what brands you want to sell, and then see what kind of programs do they offer, because I know a lot of the major hotel brands do have specialist programs for you to utilize as well. So, and then something else too for you to consider is become a destination specialist, especially being that you are focusing on families. So become a specialist. If you're going to focus on, let's say, Europe, become like an Italy specialist. Become a Britain specialist. That's so helpful for you, because you're going to become so knowledgeable in that particular country, and you're really going to be able to sell that to your clients, because they're looking to you to be able to give them the best possible experience. So when you are knowledgeable about where they are going, that totally helps everything. So take a look at that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put some links in the comments on finding a travel niche and preferred suppliers, which I know that you already have both of those, but I think that there's some good information in there that might help you out as well. So ultimately, you really want to know, do you need an accreditation to sell? So basically, the answer really is no, you do not need an accreditation, as the industry does not have a universal travel agent certification, and none is really required in the United States. So your situation is somewhat unique, as you are really identifying yourself as a tour operator and not as a travel advisor or as an agency. So just so you know, an accreditation is a unique number assigned to the travel professional so that your business is recognized by suppliers as a travel agency. It gives travel agents the ability to book travel, receive commissions, and with some accreditations, issue airline tickets. Would we still recommend you getting your accreditation? Certainly somewhere down the line? Absolutely. So there are many different kinds of accreditations out there. And so we just want to give you an idea of what is available, so that, somewhere down the line, you can look into these and possibly, get some form of accreditation to go along with your business model. So the first is ARC, or the Airlines Reporting Corporation. So basically, this is a travel agency accreditation for US-based travel agencies or host agencies that book air through a GDS. So they do offer a VTC program, or a Verified Travel Consultant program. So this is a non-ticketing alternative for ARC. It's a lower cost accreditation, and it's good for independent travel agencies who don't book a lot of air, but want supplier recognition in order to book directly through the vendors. So take a look at ARC. There's also IATA or IATAN. So IATAN is a non-ticketing accreditation option available to any US-based travel agency for home-based, storefront, meeting planners, or even corporate travel departments. But they do require a 2 years experience in the industry. So having an IATAN accreditation, your company sales are recognized by suppliers globally with a unique 8-digit number. It is also the industry standard for accreditation is the IATAN number. So once you become accredited, you will get your IATA card that is recognized worldwide by travel professionals. So that would be another one to maybe look at somewhere down the line. So there are some other programs out there that are going to be more directed towards travel advisor certifications. So one to look at is ASTA, or the American Society of Travel Advisors. So they have a VTA, or Verified Travel Advisor certification program, that allows you to gain the expertise and the in-demand skills you need to enhance your business and career. Also, the Travel Institute is a travel trade association. And so they offer a CTA, or a Certified Travel Advisor certification. So this course offers modules on selling escorted vacations worldwide that might be helpful, especially based off of your niche of being a tour operator, and will assist you with those prepackaged vacations. And as I had mentioned earlier, so the Travel Institute does offer both destination and niche specialist programs that you might want to take a look at those as well. So there are so many different accreditation options out there, but these are just a few to kind of give you a quick idea of what's available to you excuse me, especially if you decide to pursue some accreditation down the line, which I do think that at some point it is going to help you out if you do pursue something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put some links in the comments on our travel agent certification resources for you that covers all the certifications we mentioned with more detailed information for you as well. So, and then finally, another suggestion, especially being that you are going to become a tour operator, is I would highly recommend that you check out USTOA, which is the United States Tour Operator Association website. So USTOA is recognized by travel advisors, consumers, and the press as a standard of excellence in leading associations of its kind with connections to industry leaders and memberships representing top destinations and suppliers from around the world. So typically they work with large tour operators, but you will be able to find some helpful resources on their website as well, especially for you starting off as a smaller tour operator. They do offer travel advisor specialist trainings. They have travel advisor webinars, and then they also have an active tour operator member directory as well. So this might be a really good place for you actually to be able to kind of network with some suppliers that do sell package vacations. So you can maybe find some other resources and suppliers that you want to work with in the future. So this would be a good place for you to take a look at that and start networking with them. So I'm going to go ahead and put some comments for USTOA in the comments as well for you so that you have that link so you can go visit their site as well. So I hope that answers your questions, Kara, and good luck with your tour operator business. And when you have a chance somewhere down the line, do make sure you take some form of accreditation because it will be worth it to you at the end of the day. So I appreciate everybody reaching out to us with their industry questions. And we do thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to join us next week for Friday 15 at 12 p.m. Central Standard Times. And if you have any questions, please make sure to send them to hostagencyreviews.com/Friday15. Thanks again, and everybody have a great weekend. Bye.